Hey guys, welcome to my channel. Today I'll be installing the soft top for the first time, and I wanted to show you what is involved. Basically I got these two boxes. This is the hardware that comes with it, and this has all the hardware, and this has the back window. But when I got the Jeep, this is already mounted, so this is good for me. As you can see, it's already mounted. But if you don't have it mounted, or if you have it removed, all you have to do is, let me show you from here, is you see this part? This gets mounted right here. You see here, right here, it gets mounted right here. So if you had it somewhere in the garage, or you bought it from somebody, you didn't have this option, then all you have to do is just kind of put it this way, and then mount these two screws right here. It tells you also for the sides the way you want to put it. So on that side and on this side, the T30 bits is required for this. So while I have this already mounted, all I'm gonna have to do is basically remove the cover and then put the top on it. But before that, let me go ahead and open the boxes and show you what's in these boxes as far as the hardware is concerned. Hi guys, so I opened everything. So basically these are the hardware. This is the channel on the back side. It's just a 90-degree channel on the back side. So one is for the left, one is for the right, and then this is it basically continues to go this way. All right, so this goes on the front side. It says left hand or right hand, and this goes on the back side, right? And then there are 3 of these knobs. 2 are the longer ones, and then one is the smaller one. The smaller one goes in the middle, but the longer one goes on one end, in the other end. And then these are little snippets that go in the back for the bar, window bar in the back, and I'll show you when we get to that. But let's first install these ones, okay? So as you can see, the top is already removed from the hard top was already removed. So we're gonna go ahead and install this, and I'm gonna show you how it goes. Okay, I'm going to install the passenger side first, but just a couple of things I wanted to point out. You see this rubber gasket on top, so you make sure this is fully utilized. And this little hole, there's a knob in that 90-degree channel, and I'm going to show you that goes in here. All right. And the second thing to note, this is where the bracket part of the channel will go, and this requires the longer knob. And then over here, this is the joint. So you want to make sure it's flushed with this, and you're not making just make sure it's right on top of it, sits right on it, because then the front one is going to go on it. And then there is a hole that the smaller one goes in here. So as you can see, this is where the 2 meet, right? This one and then the other one on top. The smaller knob will go in here. And then you also want to make sure that the front channel is right in this channel. It's placed nicely, snug it. You don't want to bend the rubber and stuff, or it will cause leaking. Let me just show you what I was talking about. So you see this little knob here? It goes right here in that hole. So you see how it sits perfect. Okay, that's what you want to do. And then this part, I can move my camera a little bit. This part goes in here. So let's put my camera down and let me go ahead and do this one, okay? Okay, so as you can see, I just placed the first 90-degree bracket, the channel. This is where that screw will go, so you want to move around this fabric from the top and bottom to kind of go in there, and the bigger knob will go here. Then Also, over here, you just want to make sure it sits nice and flush with this little rubber, okay? And the second one, this is the front one. It's like this. So, and there's the place for this bracket to go in here. So, and this one is the one that overlaps. So, just kind of put it there and work the fabric out. You want to make sure. So I have to go kind of up. As you can see, you want to make sure that the hole aligns like that, and it's properly placed. And also, more importantly, you want to make sure these holes align. If I can bring it, these, right? So let me go ahead and do that, and then we'll do the other side. So all I have to do is just put the knobs in there, okay? Okay, so we put the long knob over here and a long knob over here on this end, and this is the meeting point. This really needs to be aligned in order for the third one and the last one, the smaller knob to go in here in this particular hole. So the trick is to kind of hold this one here. You have to push it in, you know, the 90-degree channel, and that will align it. Let me, if I can, as you can see, it's like this. So if we were to pull this a little bit, that'll make it easier, okay? And that's what I'm going to do. Yep, that makes it much easier. And then go ahead and tighten it, all three. Give it a good nice hand tight. Okay, this side is done. It's basically the same thing, and I'm gonna do on the other side also, and then we'll move on to put on the windows and stuff. Okay, so a couple of things. I mean, here, you know, you just want to make sure this is nicely in this rubber channel. You know, this end, this end. Not sure if you can see it. You know, so that will make sure there's no leaking. As you can see here, see, it's nice. And also over here, yep, it's supposed to be, that knob is supposed to go in that hole. So that is the first 90-degree channel, and then connected in the middle here with the front channel, the front part of it, with 3 screws, 2 long ones on either end, and the smaller ones right in the middle where they meet. I'm gonna go ahead and do the other side. The soft top that I have is factory mounted, so I didn't have to mount it here like I mentioned before. Otherwise you would just mount it there and put it here. So I'm gonna go ahead and remove the cover and assemble it. This is the back window channel that we will use later. Okay, the reason I had a hard time pulling it on top is this strap has to be removed. And actually there's a warning. It says also when opening or closing top, make sure this is removed. So all you have to do is just make sure you slide it up, it's open. So it's one on this side, one on that side. Make sure that is done. Now let's get started. One more try. Okay guys, I'll be honest with you, I spent like about 10 minutes and this was very hard to tuck in, you know, the corner. So what I did is I kind of released it from the front for right now, and then I was able to do that. So, and then I'll see how hard is it to put back the front part. All right, let me go ahead and do that corner also. So the front is high up. This gives me a little less tension here and makes me able to tuck it in. All right, let me go ahead and do the other one. These are the two clips that go here and there. It says left hand side and also right hand side. So I'm gonna go ahead and put these. But basically you put it around here. All right, so I must say it was quite a job. I think it's very stiff, you know, because it's the first time I'm installing, so I had a hard time. If I put this, I was not able to use the latches over there. If I were to use the latches, I was not able to put this in there, you know, this from the corner window. So this was quite a job. I did get some help. I was able to do it. So now I installed the other window, and I'm gonna go ahead and install this window over here. So we're gonna start with the zip right here. It starts from right here. But what you wanna make sure is that when it's finally installed, there are two line of stitches. Is that you see only one. So this has to properly come here in the window channel. All right. So let me go ahead and do it. I just want to start it a little bit and then use this Velcro. So the first thing I want to do is make sure that I align it here. Stitches here, two lines, you know. The first one needs to be not visible, so you're only supposed to see one once it's installed. and that's why it has to lap over to the window channel. So I started the zip. I used the Velcro just to kind of start it. It's perfectly fine. I'm going to tack it in here. In here as well. And then go ahead and complete the use the Velcro. Make sure the zipper is all the way down, and now if you close the window you only see one, so it's probably the other one is in the channel. Now let's go ahead and install the back. It has two zippers basically, so you want to make sure you want to use this one, and this will come into play also. But if you use this first, you will just keep closing it. But you want this one to open it, and if you want to close this one, this is if you want it to roll down. All right, so I'm going to start with this one, with the second one. Bring them both at the end and start with this one. The other one will come by itself. I'm telling you, it's not easy, okay? Especially if you're doing it for the first time. I'm doing it for the first time, so you know, there's a lot of wrestle and tussle involved. Okay, so the last thing for me, and see, this is what I was talking about. This one now is opening it up. You see? So that one closes it, and this one opens it. Okay, so the last thing I need to do is bring the back window channel. All right, the two brackets that we installed initially, the window channel basically goes like this. See this overlap rubber for drainage? It goes like this. But before we do that, there's another channel in here that I'm going to slide. I opened the window enough. Slide this one into the window all the way. Okay, so what I did is I zipped the entire window, and then I had a hard time putting this back in because this is supposed to come like this. So I couldn't rotate it no matter what I did. So what you need to do is kind of unzip it while it's still locked to the zips, but you don't want to use the zip, and then just kind of put it in here. You see? And the same way over here. So hopefully now I should be able to use the zips. Uh-oh. Came out again. So I just need to pull this. Actually, as soon as I come halfway, it kind of snaps out. So what I need to do is use these two, lock it up on each side while the channel is in place, and now it shouldn't snap out. So before I could finish last night, the camera went out of charge. But this did the trick for me, you know, tucking those two in while the zip is open initially, and then you start zipping it up from both ends, or from that end to this end. So that's it. It was quite a job. It did rain last night, so let's see how I did, if there's any leak or anything. Looks pretty good. Pretty dried inside too. There was no leaking from the rain that happened last night. So that's it. Thanks for watching. Please like and subscribe, and also comment. Thank you.